Tell me, little lights. What is your truth now?
Hello everyone, my name is Jade, otherwise known as Scarlet Rebel, and I'm super excited because I just reacted and watched the Witch Queen livestream reveal, which talked about the Witch Queen DLC coming out next year, and the Season of the Lost, which drops today. Couple of things before we jump in though, and before I show you the reaction. So I watched this reaction with my partner Tristan, who is 5 hours behind me. We are in a long distance relationship. He watched it when he went onto his break. He also got on his break a couple minutes late, which happens. His stream was also a couple of minutes behind me. All of that to say that I'm not necessarily talking to the camera a lot. I'm talking mostly to him, and also talking about things that may have happened a while ago, which is absolutely fine because I love reacting to this Destiny stuff with him, so I hope that you all enjoy the reaction regardless. One other thing to mention is that my camera did stop recording at one point, so I had to resync my audio. So if you see me going like this, I'm not shaking tiny maracas, I'm trying to sync myself back up again. So without any further ado, here is the reaction, and afterwards we'll have a little bit of a talk about what we watched. Enjoy!
Of Destiny 2. So, without further ado, this is the Witch Queen.
Oh my god! Oh shit! Is this a live action trailer? No, it's a cutscene. There's 3 different Guardians though. There's Ikora.
Truth is a funny thing.
Oh, you might be behind me a little bit.
Does it live in the world? Or in the mind?
Whoa!
Is it constant? Or can it be bent?
What? Maybe. Maybe Venus. Oh, this must be like a group of Guardians.
What is true?
Like a set of characters.
In this universe of light and dark,
It's really nice armor.
there is no
What the hell are
great
those?
power. Tell me, little lights.
Oh my god.
What is your truth now?
She looks so cool! Those are ghosts! Those are ghosts! Oh my god! That's Hive using the light! '22nd of the 2nd, so February. February next year.
Savathun is serious. I think she's the most dangerous villain we faced yet.
7 years we've been building up to this moment.
Holy
and she
shit.
is finally stepping into the spotlight and showing us who she really is. What we know about light and darkness is proving to be way more complex than what we previously thought. There are so many lies, truths, and revelations that we're going to get to in the Witch Queen and the year leading up to it. I mean, we're paying off these narrative threads that go all the way back to Destiny's origins, and we're supporting it with the best content that Destiny has to offer.
Definitely. And we've got a lot of awesome content to show today. Let's start with the most mysterious destination yet.
Savathun's Throne World. This is an uncharted wonderland of secrets and lies. It's this place that she's created in her own image, this surreal and majestic light-blessed world. She has this castle that she rules from. It overlooks this dark, swampy underbelly with this lone pyramid ship out there.
Oh shit.
It's the future
You
world
act like a
she
minute
wanted to
behind me, by the
create,
way.
built atop the darkness that she left behind.
And Throne Worlds, they're a deep
No,
part
it's
of
not your
Destiny
fault.
lore. Powerful entities create these pocket universes, and when we're there, we have to play by their rules.
But now, our own light powers are being used against
this is
us.
a throne
I mean, she has
world?
this whole army of Hive that she's ascended to the light and brought along with her. These are the Hive Guardians, and they are the backbone of her new army.
We've talked a lot. Let's show a little. Let's take the first ever look at the Witch Queen gameplay.
Hive Guardians. Fucking hell.
Savathun, the Witch Queen. Hive god of cunning and lies. After the death
This
of her
looks like a
brother
whole new
Boris,
game.
Savathun went into hiding. Not out of fear, of course, but out of strategy.
Mm-hmm. It is a good thing we have the darkness. That's
In
a
her
good
greatest
point.
trick yet, stealing our most sacred resource. The one thing we thought she could never touch.
Me too.
The
Me
light.
too. Oh my god, look at them! Mm-hmm. 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 What the hell? He just punched that man with a sword. Is that a staff? Oh shit. That's a staff. They have a staff.
I cannot wait just to reach out and just crush a hive ghost in my hand.
Yeah, I mean, we've been defined by the light for so long. This is uncharted territory for us. I mean, we're in strange new places. Like, the throne world, it's haunting, but it's gorgeous.
It's beautiful. There's a lot to love. There's a few things we saw in the trailer that we haven't talked about yet.
Savathun and her Lucent Brood. This is the biggest threat Guardians have
Lucent
faced yet,
Brood.
so we need to find new weapons to match their power. The Glaive. I
Glaive.
love this thing. It's brutal and elegant. It's this new energy weapon with melee abilities, mid-range projectiles, and defensive capabilities. It's our first ever first-person melee weapon.
That is
and it
really
such an awesome tool
cool.
for the battlefield.
Drifter used one in a well, he was
The glaive feels so good.
he had one in a lore
Just
card.
jump in and
I'll have to
unleash
find
these
that.
brutal melee combos and transition right to an energy blast.
Oh my god!
It's really powerful and has a lot of utility.
So, we've told you about what the Glaive can do. Now let's talk about how you're gonna get your hands on one. These weapons don't come out of chests at the end of missions, and you're not gonna find one roaming around the throne world. Your first Glaive is not going to be found. It's going to be built.
Yes, weapon crafting.
Weapon
is coming to
crafting.
Destiny 2.
Oh, and
Now,
the
chasing weapons
sounds
has
of a
been an
thousand
integral
people
part of the
yelling
Destiny
out in
Pursuit game
joy.
since the beginning. And over the years, we've added more deterministic paths to get the rolls that you want on guns. Think things like Umbral Engrams and the Raid Chest.
Weapon crafting unlocks the freedom to choose all that and more.
That's a big
It gives us
staff.
ultimate control over the guns.
It
Now,
does.
this is
It
a
feels.
combat-focused crafting and progression system. That means the more you
They did it
use
with
these weapons,
they did it with
the more
Taken
objectives
King.
you complete with them,
I'm telling you, the
more you
Hive
level them up,
DLCs
and the more
always like
powerful they grow
change
over
the
time.
game.
And at launch, here's the awesome thing: you'll be able to craft all throne world weapons.
This
new
is
raid
a
weapons,
huge
and the
step.
seasonal
It
weapons.
looks,
There's just a
feels,
ton of stuff to
sounds
do
like a
in this
completely
system.
new
And the
game.
Witch Queen is just the beginning of weapon crafting. We have plans to add more
Me
craftable
too.
weapons,
I'm
both
glad they pushed it
legacy
back too.
and new, throughout the year.
We've seen and we've talked about a lot of really cool features, but let's get right into the meat of it. Let's talk about the Witch Queen campaign.
Yes. Let's talk about the campaign.
I love campaigns. They've always been a cornerstone of the Destiny experience. They're rich, deep stories interwoven with big combat sequences and memorable characters. They take us to remote worlds in our ever-changing universe. And so we're putting extra care into the campaign for the Witch Queen. We want you to feel those goosebumps when you step onto the throne world for the first time and come face to face with Hive Guardians.
And every one of the missions has its own unique fantasy. Like, what does it feel like to storm a castle or just go straight into the depths of hell?
Oh
If you
yeah,
like
go straight
games
into the
with
depths of
standalone
hell.
campaigns like
I'm
Doom,
down for it.
Titanfall 2, God of War, and Halo, then the Witch Queen is for you. So, in addition to our classic
It
normal
is.
mode, Legendary is our tougher, aspirational version of the campaign, where the enemies hit harder and respawning is heavily restricted. So every battle is a gut punch. Every boss is a worthy adversary. It's gonna hurt.
Smush the Dreadnought and
You
Jimmy
might
State together.
tap
Yeah,
out.
100%.
If you
That's exactly what it
persist
looks like.
and you get to the end, your time will be well rewarded.
Whether you want to play solo
A
or with the
legendary
fire team,
version of the campaign. That
difficulty will
is
scale
such
based
a
on how
good
many people you
idea.
play.
Crush
Before
that
we
Hive
go,
Ghost.
one last trip down memory lane. I remember camping
Yeah.
on Recruiter for Destiny 1 because I just had to have the ghost. To me, it was like the symbol of destiny. And if you care about that stuff like me, you're going to want to get your hands on the collector's edition because you're going to get a Hive buddy to go up on the shelf with it.
Ooh. It does look like old school Halo. Oh, the collector's edition. Oh no. I get paid tomorrow. Oh no. Holy shit. It looks like something reminiscent of Alien.
Wow, that was so cool.
Oh,
I'm
man.
so excited for this one. And that's not even everything that's in there too.
I know. Those are the hero items, and they're, I think, one of the best ones that we've ever done. Collector's editions have always been like this really perfect jumping point to enter the worlds that we build. And actually lifting like
What
in-world
else is in
objects
there?
and putting them in players' hands is just, it's just a good feeling.
We don't
It's a
just put
boy.
random items. Everything in there means something, and it helps push the narrative. And there might be some puzzles to unlock in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, you can see Savathun has been one of our greatest threats, operating behind the scenes for years.
You may have heard of her brother, the Taken King, but Savathun is the most dangerous being we've ever faced. She's cunning, elusive, she works in the shadows, so in a way, Savathun is new to all of us.
Exactly, and now it's time to finally see this legend reveal herself and change the Destiny universe forever.
But when we talk about the overarching story of Destiny, we don't just mean the plot lines or characters that feature release to release.
Narrative is a guiding force in Destiny, and we're calling on its rich history of world building, bringing that to the forefront, and growing it in a bold new direction. So when you join the game today, you'll experience an immediate call to action alongside millions of your fellow Guardians.
During this past year, we watched the results of your actions play out across Destiny's seasonal releases. You've redeemed old foes, brought former enemies to the bargaining table, learned that there's always more than one side to every story, and built alliances no one ever thought possible.
And on the largest scale, you'll experience a vast, living, interconnected world of stories that's striving to a greater end.
We need you, Guardian.
You'll experience this alongside a massive community of Guardians, release after release, together. This is our universe's cosmic purpose. This 10-year journey we've been on since Destiny 1, it's drawing to its dramatic conclusion. The Light and Darkness saga will end. But make no mistake, Destiny 2 will not. We're building not so much to an ending, but more to this transformative moment for Destiny 2's future.
Last year, we announced the Witch Queen and the following expansion, Lightfall.
And now we're excited to announce the release after Lightfall, the final chapter
release
in the
after
Light and Darkness
Lightfall.
saga, Destiny 2, the final shape.
Destiny 2,
It's
the
going to be
final
one
shape.
wild, continuous ride.
Yes, and that ride starts with Season of the Lost. Not only is it the prologue to the Witch Queen, it's your first opportunity to interact with Savathun. But rather than spoil it for you, why don't we take a look?
If we are to survive the coming
Oh, here we
storm,
go, Season of the
tower
Lost.
and the dreaming city must stand united.
What is that?
We are surrounded. A ring of spears pointing inward from the edges of our system.
Oh, Saint's here. Crow! No! Crow, baby, get away from there!
The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now
If
than
you
she has ever been.
even look at
We must
Ultra Salt, I
uncover
will
whatever
step on you with
secrets
my
she knows
hooves.
will
I
define
swear to
the
God.
universe. Relight the pathways of the Ascendant Flame and guide my people back to me. There is a malevolent force at work in this plane, Guardian.
I can't wait. I cannot wait. That looked like the EDZ. That looked like Aegis Scepter?
Your knack for violence.
Wait, the winner
is
was cards? Say that again? Uh-huh. Oh, yes! Yes! Oh my god! Rescue the lost.
Perhaps with them, I can save us all.
Oh! I'm waiting for you to see that shot.
Seasons have gone through massive transformations since Shadowkeep. We're dedicated to creating an evolving, interconnected world that puts your Guardian at the center of the action. We're reaching the end of one journey and the beginning of another.
The days of Destiny's biggest story moments happening in lore pages is long gone. I mean, Mara's return has been hinted at forever, and now it's happening in a season.
Light subclass
I'm
updates!
most excited about
Every
are the
season?
updates to the light subclasses every season in year 5 of Destiny 2. We're adding aspects and fragments similar to stasis.
Yeah.
Starting with the voice
Yeah.
subclass.
I was waiting for you to see that.
The Witch Queen.
I had the
Witch
same
Queen
reaction.
Is only the beginning of what's to come, and Season of the Lost is the prologue to that story. It starts off with Marasov's return to the Dreaming City, and with her return, all the awoken technology comes alive.
But the Hive God of War, Xivu Arath, has reemerged and has Guardians and Mara in her sights. Guardians must forge a path through the Ascendant Plane to save Mara's lost coven of witches before Xivu Arath can reach them. And to aid you in this task, you'll have the Wayfinder's Compass.
He's got a pride pin.
Beacons shine bright and the ley lines are set in place.
I'm glad you're
It's
enjoying
an
it,
ancient
baby.
awoken artifact that gives the wielder the power to uncover pathways, secrets, and treasures within the Ascendant Plane.
There's a plethora of new weapons coming, including a suite of legendary stasis guns that will
think
stop
so.
your enemies cold.
The armor makes you feel like you're a member of Queen Mara's court.
Ah,
And no
cute.
season is complete without new exotics.
The armor
And
looks
Season of Lost
sweet.
features one once intended for Aldrin. Let's take a moment to talk about Trials. So Trials of Osiris is the endgame aspirational PvP activity and more popular than ever. Two of the biggest asks from our community have been adding anti-cheat and adding matchmaking. In Season of the Lost, we're doing both.
We've partnered with BattleEye to soft launch the anti-cheat software.
I hope
when
so.
Trials
I
goes
really
live
hope
on
it sees
September 10th.
Shuride come back.
Also, you'll be able to matchmake with groups of players to form fire teams or solo queue by yourself. And we've remixed how rewards are distributed to give all players the opportunity to earn some of the best weapons and coolest armor in the game.
That's right. We're shifting away from winning matches as a primary way to earn loot, and instead, winning individual rounds and completing matches will allow you to earn some rewards. But Going Flawless hasn't changed. So if you want to flex those PvP skills, the Flawless chest will still be the only place to earn adept trials weapons and unique cosmetics. All right, so the next chapter in Destiny begins right after this stream with Season of the Lost.
It is,
Return
it
to
is.
the Dreaming City with Marasov and learn the mystic art of wayfinding.
I'm so excited crossplay is going live today.
And today,
Crossplay is going live today?
to Destiny with friends on any platform.
They just said crossplay is going live today. Those sneaky motherfuckers. Those sneaky motherfuckers. They told us in the twab, oh, it might be a few weeks afterwards. $30-year event. Why? We'll make it work. We'll make it work. Anime. I love anime. Oh, babe, I'm about to tear up.
That's my first team.
LAN parties.
As a company that prides itself on taking care of its employees and their significant others and their communities and those who are in need,
Holy
it's pretty
shit.
devastating as we look at the racism in America. And our intention is to do better and to leave the world in a better place. We want to be a part of that social change. Fuck racism.
We don't just stop with the games
Yeah,
that
fuck racism.
we make, but we really utilize the successes that we've seen to be able to give back in an even greater capacity that spans beyond just the gaming industry.
They really are a gaming company, and they really said, let's do good things.
Button.
We're live! Destiny servers are live. This adventure has begun. It's awesome to have you here.
This
game is going to single-handedly destroy my social life, and I can't wait.
Jade.
All right, Guardian. Time to kick him where it hurts.
Mm-hmm. I'm here. I'm here.
This is going to hurt. A lot.
Why would you show me that shot? Oh, oh, that was a nice cut. Oh my god. That was really cool.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? Hugs? No? No hugs.
Okay, and I miss you.
How do you follow that? Wow, 30 years. And I remember when Halo
Oh,
first
was a
launched,
really
and
good
my friends
shot,
and
wasn't
I
it?
completed
So
the entire
fucking good.
campaign in a single epic play session, and as the credits rolled, I knew that Bungie had transformed console gaming forever, and that I would be a lifelong fan.
Yeah, it changed how we played games too. I remember getting together with friends for Halo weekend LAN parties.
Yeah, it's got me choked up. I'm not gonna lie.
Bungie games is something special. It's something worth celebrating together. So we're gonna have a party in
If I could
Destiny
hug you,
2.
baby, I would.
Starting this December, we are launching the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration in Destiny 2. Free for all players.
I'm sorry.
The 30th Anniversary Celebration will offer a new 6-player match-made activity, secrets to
There's an
unravel, and
eternity.
rewards that commemorate our long and storied history together.
And that's just the beginning.
That looks like,
In addition to the free event, players can also purchase the Bungie 30th Anniversary Pack that includes a new treasure-themed 3-player dungeon set on the Cosmodrome within the fabled Loot Cave. Players will plunder its depths to discover an exciting new film-inspired
Putting a
armor set
dungeon in
with
the
fan-favorite
Loot
Destiny
Cave.
1 weapons like Izaluna and Thousand Yard Stare.
They're putting
Even
a
has the
dungeon
Claymore
in
sword
the
from
Loot
this.
Cave.
Purchasing the pack unlocks a range of
That's
awesome
so
Bungie-themed armor
fucking
ornaments and
funny.
cosmetics to collect, including ornament sets inspired by the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration and Marathon. But the dungeon holds one more secret. The crown jewel of its weaponry is a Destiny 1 classic. Gallahorn is making its long-awaited debut
Oh
in
my
Destiny 2.
god.
We're going to take its iconic
Of
status to
course.
the next level. Galley has been carefully updated for the Destiny 2 sandbox.
So,
I'm never gonna
this
say anything, I'm
December,
gonna wait for you
join
to see
your
it.
friends and collect exclusive rewards during the Bungie 30th Anniversary Celebration.
But the party isn't only happening in Destiny 2. We've partnered with Nerf Limited to create a functional, dart-firing Gallahorn. We'll have more on that soon.
And that's not all. Here's a look at some of the incredible loot we've made over the years and a
Yeah,
sneak peek
right?
of what's coming up.
Holy shit.
Wow, Lorraine, I can't believe we're celebrating Bungie's
Yep.
30th anniversary.
30 years.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, look, think of all the games and products that have come out over these years.
Yeah, it started
It's only
Operation
taken
Desert
what?
Storm,
3-4
Pathway to
years for
Darkness,
Galley to come back?
Marathon, Myth, Oni, Halo, Destiny.
The Mad Lads,
Such
they
a bunch of
actually did it.
Destiny. It's an amazing journey.
So excited. You know, we have a lot of really cool stuff coming up and a lot of other things in the works,
Mhm.
of course, as always. But
Yeah.
I mean, what do we have? We have the Fallen Captain statue, which is incredible.
And then we have the helmet, the Celestial Nighthawk
That thing
helmet.
is so
The Nighthawk helmet.
And,
Babe, you
my
need
favorite,
it.
the
You
Archivio
need
jumpsuit.
it.
Yeah, I get goosebumps just thinking about that. You know, it really gives me that nostalgia from Destiny 1. And so I think it's a great way we're going to celebrate not only Bungie's 30-year heritage, but the 7-year heritage of Destiny.
Yeah.
And it definitely gives you the feels.
There is Mon figures out. That one's been out for a while, yeah. Because they did the Stranger, they did Drifter, and then they did Eris.
Thank you for being on this journey with us, whether it started this year or 30 years ago.
We've just started talking about the Witch Queen today. You've got our first peek at weapon crafting, our definitively Destiny campaign, the glaive, and a year full of updates to all our light-based subclasses. All of this and more is coming alongside Savathun's long-awaited arrival front and center to the Destiny universe. The Witch Queen marks an acceleration in our story,
I feel that about
heading
the
towards the conclusion of the Light and Dark saga, and we're so excited for everyone to join us on this epic adventure in the Witch Queen, Lightfall, the final shape, and beyond.
The final shape.
And the Witch Queen's going to kick off another amazing year of Destiny with 4 great seasons packed with all of the narrative, events, and rewards that you've come to expect from us. But there's even more coming next year than just our new seasons.
Yeah, I'm hoping so.
The deluxe edition of the Witch Queen will also include 2 brand new dungeons to be released in 2022. And we're also going to be remastering another classic Destiny 1 raid and releasing it free for all players.
This means going forward, starting this December with our 30th anniversary event, there will be a new piece of raid or dungeon content in the game every 3 months. In 2022, we will also be adding legacy rotations for raids and dungeons, meaning every week there will be new ways to earn rewards in both the latest and greatest content and
I'm not
raids and dungeons
mad about
from the
them building
past.
off Destiny
If
2.
you
Like,
love amazing in-game content,
yeah.
we want to prove that no other game offers more quality and more variety than Destiny 2.
We hope that you've enjoyed a look into the future of Destiny 2. Witch Queen pre-orders are available wherever you play Destiny. Crossplay is live on all devices, and Season of the Lost kicks off today. See you in game.
Oh. Do we get a raid for the Witch Queen? Did they say anything about that? I forget.
Who decides what is
Surely.
Tell me, little light.
Oh, Crow. Get out of there.
What is your truth now?
The Witch Queen is no less dangerous now than she has ever been. Prepare for what is inevitably to come.
Wow. That was incredible. Oh, that was so much. Okay. So, there's a lot to talk about. There is a lot to talk about. Okay, so let's just talk about the elephant in the room, which is Savathun. We had a teaser trailer, I think it was yesterday, of her saying truth is a funny thing. I was tweeting about it a little bit. If you want Destiny news, feel free to follow me on Twitter. There'll be a link down in the description. And she looks awesome. She looked awesome just seeing her from the back. She looks awesome seeing her from the front. And from my reaction, you can tell that it was a big surprise for me to see those ghost-like creatures reviving the hive. I know a lot of people were wondering if the area with the wall that she was walking into was Fundament, if she was maybe in the Distributary, which is where the Awoken used to live. She was doing some kind of fuck shit there to mess with Mara. But no, it seems like she's just in her throne world. And I'm not sure if this is something that was said during the reveal stream, because they just kind of called it the throne world from what I remember hearing. But I do hope her throne world has a name. I don't necessarily think Oryx's had a name, but I know that Mara's is called Elicinia. I think that's how you pronounce that. But if it is just called the Throne World, that does also make sense as well. So we'll see what happens with that. The hive being brought back to life, our enemies using the light, that is something that has been talked about here and there quite a bit over the years. So I'm really glad to see that it is finally happening. And it was something that Tristan actually said as we were watching it. It's a good thing we have the darkness now, isn't it? And something I said in my speculation video about the Witch Queen was that during Season of Arrivals, we didn't really have a good, strong reason to understand why Savathun was trying to stop the darkness from talking to us. Now it kind of makes more sense if in the narrative we get some kind of inkling that Savathun didn't want us to talk to the darkness because she was working on using the light to bring back the hive, or bastardizing the light in some kind of way to bring back the hive to make it a harder fight. But because we now have the darkness, now it's back on even keel, you get what I'm saying? So Savathun, at the time of Season of Arrivals, was trying to get the hive to come back using the light found out the darkness was trying to give us the power of the darkness and was like, no, 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 wait a minute, don't do that. But the darkness obviously is an agent unto itself and does whatever it wants, which is why Savathûn was trying to interfere and was trying to use Nokris to interfere, was trying to make us not hear these messages that might convince us to take the gift that ended up being stasis. But now it's like, thank God we did. Thank God we did, because we might need it. I mean, obviously in terms of like actual physical gameplay, it probably won't matter, but I love the idea and I really hope they push the narrative of, aren't you glad now that you took stasis when you did, because there's no way we can beat the Hive at our own game. It's something that Ikora said, Savathûn is using our most precious resource against us, so it's going to be a lot more difficult to fight against that. I also forget what the name of the planet was. Honestly, there was so much excitement and so much going on that I wasn't 100% sure of everything, but the planet that it looked like we were on, obviously we now know it's not Old Chicago, which is absolutely fine. I'm sure the majority of people are going to be more pleased that we're going to a brand new place, even if the Throne World does end up encapsulating this foresty place as well. So yes, love the idea of it kind of pushing this narrative of, oh well, thank God you listened to the darkness, because we really need it in this moment. The other part that I can think of just off the top of my head that had me screaming was of course the glaive, which I thought was like a spear at first, but a glaive is really, really cool. And I also mentioned the fact that Drifter had used a glaive. I'm gonna try and pull up the Ishtar page now, but I'm pretty certain it's something that dropped during Season of the Drifter. It has to have been, because he's talking to Joxer, who is a Titan Guardian, who helped him with Gambit Prime. That's the only instance I can think of where a glaive has been mentioned before now, which I really like. Here we go, so it is Weblore, which basically means it was a narrative preview that came out, it looks like before Season of the Drifter, because it was added in Season of the Forge, which was before Season of the Drifter. Drifter scowled at a notch on his glaive as he buffed the blade with a heavy cloth. A large attaché case rested heavily at his feet. He and Joxer were back aboard the derelict. The Titan held his head in his hands. His glowing armor suffused the room with blood-red warmth. So yeah, basically all that to say that this isn't the first time that we've heard of a glaive being in the Destiny universe. I also like the idea of it being a very old piece of armor that maybe like the Iron Lords and people in the Dark Ages were using, which is why Drifter has it. I mean, that just makes sense for Drifter. Anything Drifter touches, you can imagine him just being there like, well, back in my day, this is what we used and we were fine. Drifter, you're not fine. And then, yeah, weapon forging, weapon smithing, weapon crafting, I think is what it's called. That's a big move. That is a big move for Destiny. That's something that people have talked about for the longest time. And it definitely helps to push Destiny more into that MMO role. We didn't really get a lot of details onto how exactly you're going to be crafting weapons, but we will see, because the glaive is, you know, basically the glaive is going to be the thing that introduces us to weapon crafting, and we're going to get to craft lots of other weapons as well. Are we only going to get one glaive? I'm not 100% sure about that, because they did mention that the first one you got wouldn't be like a random drop or from a chest or anything. You would have to craft it. Oh, I'm sure there've been weapons in the past that have been like the only one of their kind, and we haven't gotten anything else like that. Like, I think sidearms, for the longest time, the only sidearm you could really get in Destiny 1 was the one from the Reef. That was the Vestian something or another. So maybe it's going to be something like that, where it's kind of just the only glaive of its kind, which, with how big they want Witch Queen to be, I think would be a very missed opportunity. So I don't anticipate that that's going to be the thing that happens. You guys know me, I'm not an armor or weapons kind of oriented girl, but I do think it sounds good. I think it sounds like a lot of fun. I have recently started to get more into looking at the roles that my weapons and armor have. I'm not quite into the whole intellect, strength, all of this stuff. Like, I know what does what, but I'm not necessarily like keeping a piece of gear because it has a high percentage of something. I'm not, it's just not so what I'm looking for. It's not a important part of my experience with Destiny. I'm not saying that it's not important. It's just not my kind of thing. So as far as weapon crafting goes, it's just gonna be fun for me. Cut to me in like a year making videos about weapon crafting. Also, Savathûn's, the whole area, the Throne World, Tristan said it when we were talking about it, it looks like, I think the Dreadnought and the Dreaming City have been mashed together, which suits Savathûn to a T. She's been involved with Mara, she's been involved with the Awoken, she's been involved with Riven, but she is still a Hive god. She's doing this off of the back of her brother dying. We don't really know exactly what her motivations are, because we knew that Oryx wanted revenge for Crota, but Savathûn is probably just here to assert her power. One of the main kind of things that has always made me really excited about Savathûn's arrival has been a piece of flavor text on a Taken sword that we got all the way back in Destiny 1. It was after the Taken King, so it was well after the raid, well after Oryx had been defeated. We got a sword in April update, and the flavor text was something like, "Kingly brother, I thank you for the gift of your death. The sword pinnacle, the sword logic demands a pinnacle." That was what it was. I'll put it on the screen somewhere so you know exactly what it is and I'm not just butchering it. Essentially what Savathun is saying is, thanks for dying, bro, because now I get to have a go at it. And that, reading that flavor text was the moment where I realized that she wasn't, when she turned up, she wasn't gonna fuck around. Again, does she just want to decimate the solar system? Does she just want to be in charge? You know, is it something more personal with Mara? We don't know yet. But for sure, we know that she's using the light to bring her hive back. She has learned our games. And again, it's like I said in my reaction video, everything that she does you have to take with a grain of salt because you don't know if it's true. She says truth is a funny thing. She asks about defining it. Like, we don't know. If she's actually bringing the hive back with light, it could be an illusion. She's the god of trickery. Akara knows this. We have no idea what we can trust. And that just makes her an infinitely interesting antagonist, villain. Like, it's such an interesting thing to go up against. Yeah, there's not like a ton more to talk about in regards to Witch Queen yet, just because we don't 100% know what the narrative and what the story is. I imagine we will get a story trailer and more details closer to the time. So let's talk about everything that we saw in the reveal stream as far as Season of the Lost goes, and then hopefully by then there will be a page up on the Bungie website and I can take you all through it. So that does it for my reaction to the live stream. Leave me comments down below what you think of the Witch Queen of Season of the Lost, how excited you are. Are you as worried about Ul'jin as I am? Are you eagerly awaiting to see Savathun in person? There's a lot of really good stuff happening and this video is just so long, so I really hope that all of my thoughts inspire you all to get down in the comments and talk about it as well. I'm super excited for all of the endgame content we're going to be getting, raids and dungeons. I think dungeons are one of the best activities that have ever been put into the game. I want more secrets, I want more story. I liked the part where someone said in the live stream that the day of big moments happening in the lore are long behind us. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. So needless to say, I am super excited for this brand new chapter in Destiny. I hope you all are too. Please let me know down in the comments. Please like, subscribe, all that jazz. A link for my card will be down in the description, which is basically an online business card. Have a wonderful day, have a safe day, enjoy Destiny, enjoy Season of the Lost, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.